Ah, Comic-Con, where nerdy dreams come true and hygiene goes to die. Much like the inside of my body, this year's con was sick. This year, there was plenty of stuff to be excited about, like the Mad Max Fury Road trailer, the Wonder Woman costume, and that sweet, sweet Avengers Age of Ultron footage. Thank you, Based Con. Thank you. But the announcement that had me most fired up was one that wasn't explicitly laid out. The prospect of a shared legendary cinematic universe. Let's look at what was announced before we theorize how it might all come together. Number one is Skull Island. While many Comic-Con goers are wishing that Legendary had spared no expense to bring us a brand new Jurassic World trailer, the studio did offer us the next best thing in islands full of animals that probably shouldn't be exploited, Skull Island. Billed as a King Kong prequel, the film wowed audiences in Hall H, and the news that Legendary is eyeing Joe Cornish to direct is icing on the giant monkey-shaped cake. I mean, seriously, Attack the Block's adrenaline-fueled monster madness meets the scale and scope of a King Kong movie? That's a recipe for permanent half-mast, and if it lasts more than 4 hours, you should probably consult a doctor. Of course, Skull Island wouldn't be possible without the runaway success of the king of kaiju himself, Godzilla, or as Ken Watanabe insisted on saying, Gojira. Earlier this year, Gareth Edwards proved that not only were audiences hungry to see San Francisco crushed into a fine tech startup-filled pulp, but that it could be done by dynamic, young British directors. The sequel promises to add even more monsters like Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Auguste Rodin, the famed French sculptor. Wait, what? It's what? Really? Alright, sorry, the famed non-French mutated pterosaur. Next up, we've got Pacific Rim 2. Listen, I'll be honest. I was not the biggest fan of Pacific Rim because it took a great concept, giant robots versus giant monsters, then obscured it with tired acting, muddy CGI, and only showed action if it was raining and knee-deep in the ocean. That being said, I love Guillermo del Toro and think that he can bring it back around for Pac Rim 2 because this film is the glue that could hold this entire shared universe concept together. Alright, so let's talk about how this shared cinematic universe might work. So Pacific Rim, by its very nature, already allows for interdimensional travel between monster worlds and human worlds. So who's to say that a rift couldn't open up on the bottom of the ocean that would plop either King Kong or Godzilla in the Pac Rim universe? Hell, maybe you don't even need Pacific Rim in there, and there's enough to mine from the old Toho monsters in King Kong alone. The point is, not everything needs a cinematic universe, but it certainly seems like Legendary is building towards one, as well as every other studio in town. Considering that Legendary is also doing Dracula for Universal, it feels like they're getting a lot of monsters in their toy box with which to play. I mean, can you even imagine a vampire King Kong? That shit is straight terrifying. Now, we've already seen that it can work with films like Monster Squad and Godzilla Final Wars and video games like the Neo Geo classic King of the Monsters. So why not give the people what they may or may not realize that they want? Just please, 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 don't include the dudes from The Hangover unless they're gonna get straight up crushed Monty Python style. That is all I ask. But tell me though, what do you guys think? Is Legendary putting together the pieces it needs for a cinematic universe? Should they be going that route? What else would you like to see in there? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, there's so many ways to waste your time this weekend, but what are you gonna do with your precious free time? Let me make it real simple for you. It's time for the Weekend Watchlist. Alright, so this week you're gonna wanna read Boom Studios' Daymen #4 because when vampires mix together with hard-hitting crime stories, then everybody wins. Seriously, if you're not on that tip, make it a point of interest. Drive the stake through the heart of boredom with Daymen. And this week, if you're sitting on your couch, here's what you're gonna watch. Nathan For You. I mean, Nathan Fielder has been absolutely crushing it this season with his wonderfully helpful business consultation tips. And this week, we're finally seeing the fruits of his Los Feliz labor, Dumb Starbucks. I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It happened down the street from my apartment, and it made national news, so it should make a point of interest to be on your DVR. And honestly, guys, if you're going to the Cineplex this weekend, do I really need to tell you to go see Guardians of the Galaxy? Really? Really? Seriously? I mean, because you should totally go see it. Not only is it one of my favorite Marvel movies to date, one of the top 3 I've seen in their entire canon, but they didn't greenlight a sequel because it's a shitty movie. They did it because it's a goddamn amazing movie, and after this weekend, you will wonder how you ever lived your life without a talking raccoon and a sentient tree inside it. I am Groot, you are Groot, soon we will all be Groot. Get into it. Well, that's it for spelunking through the Dan Cave. Thanks for diving through the depths of pop culture with me. I'll see you next week. We'll be talking about the hidden history of the best damn dinosaur free-running film around, Jurassic Parkour. See you next time.